Okay, we're back. Game two has just started. We missed a couple of pitches, and in the third pitch, Titus James, Rensselaer Central, had an infield single on third base. He's at first base now. For Rensselaer Central, the home team, the visiting team in this ball game, Central Catholic, the home team. We'll mention third base, and on the lip of the grass is Alex Schumer stepping into bat. Jackson Jones, two hitter. Where's number two for the Bombers? Out of the set, here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Tatum Adriano is doing the pitching. I'm gonna have to do some writing here while we're doing the ball game. It's that's the toughest thing to do is a double header and get ready for your second game. So I have Rensselaer Central ready to go. I'm finishing up the Knights lineup, working out a stretch. Now the set. Tatum Adriano, runner at first base. It's Titus James. He's going to try to steal second, and he does. The throw was a bit off target. Isaiah Hopkins threw it wide right to first base. And Titus James is in scoring position. So stepping back in, Jackson Jones. Here I am looking at signals. Out of stretch. Tatum Adriano. He'll check second base. Out of set, he'll check again. Nobody there. Here's the pitch. Gonna put a bunt down. First baseline fielded by Keller. He'll throw to first base, covering first, second baseman. L.J. Whitford. Whitford is playing second base in the second game. Mikey Stapleton, the shortstop. So he moves the runner to third base. So Titus James is at third base with one out. Bombers. So a sacrifice bunt. In the batter's box now is Landon Mush. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball one. Landon Mush, a 1-0 count. Runner at third base for the Bombers. He got that crooked lead. He's in the grass. He gets some grip in that grass with them steel cleats. Out of set. Tatum Adriano checks third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Let's check his swing. It's going to be a foul tip. Foul tip check swing in the glove of Hopkins. And the count goes 1-1. So he steps back in. Peering in, looking at the signal. Out of stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finishes low. Ball two. So 2 balls, 1 strike. So Landon Mush, he's a 3-hitter. There's 1 out. We're at the top of the first inning. Runner at third base is Titus James for the Bombers. Out of set. Adriano, here's the pitch. Swung on. He'll take it to right center. It's going to get the gap. It's going to get by both defenders. Out there is Gick. And they're going to head first slide. 2-base hit RBI off the bat of Landon Mush. Coming in to score, Titus James. So 1 run in, 1 out. Stepping in, we're going to see the 4-hitter, number 22, Brady Martin. Brady Martin will also be the pitcher in this game for the Bombers. So he'll step in, bat right-handed. Looking from the stretch. Tatum Adriano now the set position. He'll check second base. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, probably thigh high. It's called strike. Count goes 0-1. And he'll step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Tatum Adriano. Out of set position. He'll check second base. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball. He'll foul this one back out of play. So the count goes 0-2. 2 count, 1 out. Runner at second base is Landon Mush. Out of set position. Adriano checks second base. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. 22, Brady Martin will go down swinging. There are 2 out. So the next batter we'll see, he's going to be the shortstop, number 3, Tyson Cotner, left-handed batter's box. So Cotner going to step in. Left-handed batter's box. Runner at second base, Landon Mush. First pitch to Cotner. Above the zone, ball 1. So working right there, Tatum, Adriano. Now the set position, Adriano checks second base. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Cotner. Foul ball right around the plate. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out. Top of the first inning. Now the set position. Tatum Adriano checks second base. He's going to step off the back and restart. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Clearing in, looking at signals. Now the set position for Adriano. They're hovering around second base, middle infielders. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball, count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Clearing in, signals. Long clear, out of the stretch, Tatum Adriano. 2 balls, 1 strike, out of the set position. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Let's say it was a strike. Right down Meridian, might have been top of the zone. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Step back in, out of set position. Check second base. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High and tight. That was inside. Count goes 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Turn in, looking at signals, out of stretch. Long clear. Out of set position, check second base. Here's the payoff pitch. Right down Meridian, going to call that a strike. So they're going to set him down, and they're going with the same plate umpire for 2 games in a row. So after 1/2 inning, should say 1 inning, Knights come up with 1 run. They take that back. Rensselaer Central Bombers, top of the first, come up with the first run of the ball game. Knights are going to bat in the bottom of the first inning. So on the pitcher's rubber for Rensselaer Central is Brady Martin. Brady Martin doing the pitching. We'll mention a little bit about Brady Martin. We'll let you know. Brady Martin pitching. Yeah, man, he's faced 56 batters. He's thrown a total of 201 pitches. That's entering this game. He's got 9 2/3 innings under his belt. This is appearance number 4. This is his first start. He's given up 13 hits, 15 runs. 13 of those runs were earned. He has walked 12, struck out 9. 3 of those strikeouts went down looking. So the Knights are going to bat in the bottom of the first inning. And this may be a little late, but we'll mention, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's second game of this doubleheader, IHSAA Varsity Boys Baseball. The radio coverage is made possible from AudioSportsOnline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall, you can see him weekdays. You can hear Rob weekday mornings, 10 to noon. That's the Rob Kendall Show. That's the RobKendallShow.com. You'll enjoy Mr. Rob Kendall. So they're getting some final warm-up tosses. Working from the windup, getting loose right there is Brady Martin. Going to throw one down second base. Doing the catching this game is Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones catching his second game of the day right now. Knights are going to step in. First batter in the lineup to bat for the Knights, number 3, L.J. Whitford. L.J. Whitford playing second base in tonight's ball game. Game started about 7:17, something like that. But second game, they need to play 2 for the Hoosier Conference. First pitch, breaking pitch, in there for a strike. Brady Martin, where's number 22? He's a member of the senior class. Second pitch, high for ball 1. Brady Martin, 2 feet on the rubber, right close together. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Whitford, outside of ball. The 2 balls, 1 strike. Knights batting in the bottom of the first inning. It's a 1-run contest. Rensselaer Central got 1 in the top of the first. Here comes the pitch, the 2-1 outside, ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Still making the notes here. Here comes the wind and the 3-1 pitch. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed. Strike 2. Count goes full to L.J. Whitford. Now the windup. Brady Martin, here comes the pitch. Low, ball 4. Short hops the glove. Good block there by Jackson Jones. And L.J. Whitford is aboard at first base. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. 2-hitter, number 12, Alex Schumer. Linfield in at third base. Logan Beaver was number 4. He came third base in this game. Working out a stretch. Now the set, Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch to Schumer. Low for ball 1. Ball, no strike. L.J. Whitford at first base. He has 3 stolen bases in 12 games. Out of set. Brady Martin checks first base. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Brady Martin at the set position. He's wanting to look over that right shoulder to first base. I think that's hard to look over the right shoulder and then find home plate with your pitch. So out of the set position, Brady Martin, here's the pitch. Inside of ball. So 3 balls, no strikes to Schumer. Schumer on the season has 12 base on balls in 12 games. I should say 13. Out of set position, Brady Martin, here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. So he'll jog down to first base. L.J. Whitford over to second base. 3-hitter in the lineup for the night. Number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. He's in the process of catching here in the second game. Coach Bortnick gave way, gave him a little break. Cooper Renbeck caught the latter part of the game. Stepping off the back, going to call time. Brady Martin going to talk with his catcher, Jackson Jones. Second game today. Last night, Mother Nature had the weathermen, weather ladies busy on TV. They were occupying all the TV time, but it was necessary. Here and in, looking at signals. Brady Martin out of the set position. Here comes a pitch. You're going to put a bunt down. Try to. Came up empty. It's a call. It's a strike. He offered. It's Isaiah Hopkins. He has an 0-1 count. So Landon Mush at first base. He's in on the lip of the grass. He's ready to play a bunt should that happen. Knights have runners at first and second base. Whitford with the crooked lead at second. Out of set position, Brady Martin. And here's the pitch to Hopkins outside of ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Isaiah Hopkins, a member of the junior class. Out of set position, Brady Martin. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Hopkins. They call that a ball. They call that a ball. It's a 2-1 count. Yeah. We're working out a stretch. Now the set. There comes a 2-1 pitch. Strike called. Inside half, fastball. Right down the middle. Count goes 2-2. 2-2 count, Isaiah Hopkins in the batter's box. 2 aboard for the Knights, nobody out. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. So Brady Martin will set him down swinging, and there's 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first. Next batter, going to step in. It's going to be number 30, Gus Sandberg. Sandberg, another right-handed batter. There's 1 out. Knights have runners at first and second. L.J. Whitford at second. Alex Schumer at first. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, going to pop it up. It's unplayable. Catcher giving it a look. He'll catch it. He'll catch it on the near the fence there, back behind the backstop, closer to the Knights dugout. And the Knights catch by Jackson Jones. And there are 2 out. The bottom of the first inning. So still 2 aboard, first and second base. 2 out, stepping in for the Knights. 5-hitter number 11, Mikey Stapleton. As mentioned, Stapleton going to be switched over to shortstop in this game. Middle infielders, L.J. Whitford, Mikey Stapleton. Alvis said, Brady Martin checks second base. Checks it a long time. Here's the pitch. Going to be a hit by pitch. And Mikey Stapleton would have rather not gotten hit by pitch. He starts to walk towards first. Now he'll jog on over. The bases are loaded. 2 outs. Mikey Stapleton gets hit by pitch on his first offering. He's stepping in. Bases are loaded. 21, 6-hitter, Caden Keller. Caden Keller, as mentioned, he has 3 home runs on this season. He drove 1 to right center in game 1. Alvis said, here's the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Keller, left-handed batter. Alvis said, Brady Martin. Here comes a pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Caden Keller looking for a good pitch. Caden Keller's got a good swing. Out of set position, Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch. Inside half, taken for a strike. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Caden Keller. Bases are loaded. Bottom of the first inning, there are 2 outs. All is set. Here comes the pitch. Up the middle, going to be hit the base and pop left side. Going to veer left. Hits that base. Will go to third base, and they're going to get the out at third. Run comes in to score. I should say 2 runs come in to score for the Knights. So it's going to be a 2 RBI single for Caden Keller. And the Knights pick up 2 here in the inning, and that'll complete the first inning of play. Knights to pick up 2 after 1 inning of play. Central Catholic 2, Rensselaer Central 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll mention a little bit about each school. If you're just catching on right now, the home team on the scoreboard, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, they have a school enrollment of 302. They were founded in 1956. They're Class 2A, Sectional 37. That sectional will be played at North Montgomery High School. And in that sectional will be the Benton Central Bison, the Delphi Oracles, Central Catholic Knights, North Montgomery Chargers, Rensselaer Central Bombers, Bigger Patriots, Western Boone Stars. And then the Knights are warming up right there on the pitcher's rubber. And they got a new pitcher out there. We're going to see Jonah Gerke. Jonah Gerke wears number 14 for the Knights. And Jonah Gerke going to get some action here in game 2. And then, so they'll work it from there. Getting some opening pitches right there for inning number 2. We'll mention around the diamond, the catcher, 34, Isaiah Hopkins. At first base, number 19, Colton Geyer. At second base, number 3, L.J. Whitford. Shortstop, number 11, excuse me, Mikey Stapleton. At third base, number 12, Alex Schumer. In left field, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. In center field, number 2, Coy Gick. And in right field, number 21, Caden Keller. And I will mention the DH in the ball game is Gus Sandberg. He is DHing for the pitcher's position. So a new pitcher in the ball game right here, second inning, is Jonah Gerke. So getting ready to bat here in the top of the second inning. The 2-1 ball game. And home plate umpire going to dust the dish off. And then we're ready for top of the second inning. So stepping in, going to be number 9, Hayden Webb. Hayden Webb pitched in game 1. He's playing second base in this game. First pitch from Gerke. Outside edge, called strike. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hayden Webb, a bit of an open stance. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch, back up the middle, going to be gloved by the pitcher, Jonah Gerke. He'll underhand it to first base. They'll get the put out with Caden Keller. And there's 1 out here in the top of the second inning. So the next batter going to step in for Rensselaer Central. 7 hitter, number 4, Logan Beaver. Logan Beaver, he's getting a start in this game, playing third base. Working from the windup, Jonah Gerke. First pitch to Beaver. Going to pop 1 foul out of play. Logan Beaver wearing those New Balance shoes. They are comfortable. Tell you what, about like a Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning wears them comfortable shoes. Inside a ball. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here and in, looking at signals, Jonah Gerke. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Strike called. It's been bottom of the zone. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss. Right on time is Beaver. Swing and miss. He'll go down on strikes. There are 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Stepping in for Rensselaer Central. 8 hitter, number 5, Avery Bobby, left fielder. He came in late in the game last game. Played left field. First pitch, swing and miss. He's a left-handed batter. Came in late in the game, played left field for Ollie Rusk. Steps in now. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Gerke. They call that a strike. Top of the zone. That goes 0-2. Avery Cobby. Working out of the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and miss. This foul tip in the glove and caught by Isaiah Hopkins. And coming up with no runs, Rensselaer Central, top of the second inning. After 1.5. Central Catholic, 2. Rensselaer Central, 1. And again, we'll mention this game is in parts. being brought to you by Robin's Nest. Robin's Nest, Thorntown's Cozy Coffee Cafe. Robin's Nest, we'll mention they have private event space rental available, and they also do catering. So you can have a party in different realms of the word. And I will mention Robin's Nest. You can call them at 765 592 1530. Again, that's 765 592 1530. Robin's Nest, 102 West Main Street, Thorntown, Indiana, 46071. On the Gmail, you can contact them at Robin's, that's a Z, ROBINZ. It's Robin's Nest Cafe at gmail.com. So again, some final warm-up tosses here in bottom of the second inning. Working on the diamond right there. We'll mention Brady Martin, 22, doing the pitching. Number 2, Jackson Jones, the catcher. At first base, number 23, Landon Mush. At second base, number 9, Caden Webb. Shortstop, number 3, Tyson Cotner. Third base, number 4, Logan Beaver. In left field, number 5, Avery Cobby. In center field, number 1, Titus James. And in right field, number 8, Joshua Johns. Stepping in for the night. Number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. First pitch from Martin. Strike called. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Knights have some bullpen activity. No balls, 1 strike. He'll step back in. Brady Martin, here's the pitch. Outside of ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brennan Van Kirk batting in the 7th spot. He plays left field. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch misses. 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck for the Knights, Colton Geyer. Here now, look at the Signals. Out of the windup, here's the 2-1. Toward hops the glove. Good stop again. Jackson Jones, a backhand. Count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike from the windup. Brady Martin. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on. A foul ball right side. He had a little bit of a cue ball action on it. It's about like the hit Isaiah Hopkins hit down the line. It came back in, and he thought it was a foul ball. He wasn't even on his horse to go to first. That ball came back in. Serious spin on it. About 10, 15 feet on the infield. Here comes the pitch. Behind the batter, going to be ball 4. So jogging to first base, Brennan Van Kirk picks up a walk. And Brennan Van Kirk actually just picked up his first walk of the season. 13 games. This is game 14. Brennan Van Kirk, he's pretty aggressive hitter. But that's his first base on balls this season. And in 12 games, he had 39 plate appearances. So working out a stretch, Brady Martin stepping in 19 pickoff move at first base, safe at first. Brennan Van Kirk, Mush applies the tag. So stepping back in, Colton Geyer, 8 hitter for the Knights, out of the stat. Brady Martin, here comes the pitch, and he's going to be hit by pitch. So Brady Martin going to get a hit by pitch, and Colton Geyer going to try to shake that off. Got him pretty good. Got him in the calf, I believe, on that right leg. So Knights have runners at first and second base. Stepping into bat is Coy Dick. Coy Dick, the 9 hitter for the Knights. Steps in. I was sad. He's going to square the bunt. He pulls the bat back. It's inside a ball. Ball 1 to Dick. So nobody out. Knights batting. Bottom of the second inning. Out of set, Brady Martin. Pitch comes in low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. 2 runners on for the ninth, first and second base. Nobody out. Out of the set, Brady Martin, you're going to square the bunt. Boy, Gick going to pop it up. Reaching out, diving for it, making the catch. Well done, catcher Jackson Jones. Came out of the crouch, went down the third baseline, probably about 15 feet from home plate. It was a fair ball. It was airborne, and Jackson Jones dove for it and caught the baseball. There's 1 out. So Coy Gick is retired and stepping in again, second time in this game, number 3, L.J. Whitford. Right-handed batter's box. 2 aboard, first and second. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch. Placed perfectly by Brady Martin. Strike called. Count goes 0-1 to Whitfield. I should say Whitford. Whitford in the box. In on the lip of the grass at first base is Landon Mush. Here comes the pitch to Whitford, low for a ball. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second game of the evening. It's 8:09 p.m. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of set position, Martin. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, low for ball 2. 2-1 count to Whitford. Peering in, looking at signals, out of stretch. Brady Martin. Long stretch, now the set position. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul. Third base. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whitford. Whitford in 12 games, batting .289. .408 on base percentage. The timeout call, got a ball loose from the bullpen. Everything's good. Ball's in play. 2-2 count, 1 out. L.J. Whitford, the batter. Out of set, Brady Martin. Here's the pitch. Taking off for third base. It's going to be a foul ball. It's going to go out of play, I think. No, it was playable, and we'll check on him. He's going to be okay. But a difficult play to make. That was a high fly ball foul left side beyond the dugout and comes right down on the fence. So the infield umpire examines the baseball, wants to see if it's got a cut on it. Evidently not. So he hands it back to Martin. So 2 balls, 2 strikes again to L.J. Whitford. Runners first and second base for the night. Out of set position, Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up on the infield. Playable and caught this time again by the catcher, Jackson Jones, right out in front of the plate. That was off the handle of L.J. Whitford, and he flies out to the catcher about 15 feet from home plate. That's a fair ball. So 2 outs. Stepping in, Alex Schumer, third baseman. Alex Schumer batting .375 in 12 games. Out of set, Martin checks second base. Pickoff move, thought about one. He pirouette, turned and stepped towards second, but didn't make the throw. You got to step towards the base you're playing on, or you can get balked. So stepping in. You step again, second base, no throw. Brennan Van Kirk sliding back in head first, not taking any chances. With 2 out. Alex Schumer looking for his first pitch in his second at bat. Out of set. Martin, and timeout called by Alex Schumer. That's a long time to concentrate as a batter. When you're getting ready to face a fastball, you don't want to concentrate all day. So ball's made live. 2 outs, out of set position. Brady Martin thought about a throw to second, doesn't make it. So down the bullpen area, I think is Chase Hiddle for the night. Out of set. Martin, here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball one. Snap throw to first base. Geyer takes the brunt of it. Low throw, and Geyer got to first base, and he's taking the brunt of a snap throw from Jones. So 1 ball, no strike. So runner moved over to third base. Brennan Van Kirk at third base. Runners on the corners. 1 ball, no strikes. As Martin pulls that card out of his back pocket, takes a look at it. They are communicating. Silent communication is the way to go. So in the batter's box, Alex Schumer. Runners on the corners for the night. Out of a set position. Brady Martin looks at third base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, left side. Got a chance at this one, and he's going to make the catch. Well done. Third baseman Logan Beaver retires the side, and the Knights leave 2 on base and score no runs in the bottom of the second inning. And we'll go to the top of the third after 2 innings of play. Central Catholic 2, Rensselaer Central 1. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, we welcome you and your patronage at Camino and Company, the mobile flower shop and wedding studio based in downtown Noblesville. You'll find Camino and Company on the north side of the courthouse square at 876 Logan Street. Camino and Company started with a dream and grew with the love of our local community. That same love celebrates and now lives in Camino Coffee, your coffee with a story. Every cup is inspired by our founder's grandpa's 1984 El Camino, where Camino and Company gets its name. Our coffee is locally roasted by our friends at Noble Coffee and Tea. Each cup carries a little piece of our journey, along with our community and our belief that coffee always comes with a story. So, regardless if it's morning, afternoon, or any moments you need to pause, your cup is just a click away. You can order Camino Coffee today at CaminoCoffee.com. Again, that's CaminoCoffee.com. You'll be glad you did. The pitcher's rubber for the Knights here in the third inning is number 44, Chase Hiddle. Chase Hiddle getting some warm-up tosses so far this season. He has 5 innings under his belt. This is appearance number 5. He has faced 20 batters. He has thrown 72 pitches, and he has 1 save and 1 save opportunity. He's given up 2 hits, 2 runs. Neither of those runs were earned. He's walked 1, struck out 9. 3 of those batters went down looking, and he has not hit a batter. So they get some final warm-up tosses. We're listening to some Def Leppard. Def Leppard, I tell you what, when Pyromania came out, that was hot, and no pun intended. But I tell you what, Photograph is still probably my favorite song they do. It's about like John Cougar. You start out good, and it's hard to keep going. John Cougar songs in the early days are good. I guess he's still touring. So stepping into bat, number 8, Joshua Johns. Joshua Johns, he came up from the JV squad, but he's evidently showing himself pretty good. Here comes a pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Joshua Johns in 3 games, batting 200. 333 on base percentage. Out of the set, Chase Hiddle. Here comes a pitch. Low for a ball. Fastball. Short hops the glove. Difficult ball to clean. Goes back to the backstop. Count goes 2-0 to Joshua Johns. Johns is playing right field in this game. Out of set position, Chase Hiddle. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Called strike. Outside half, knee high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Johns. Joshua Johns, also a pitcher. Steps back in. Out of set position, Chase Hiddle. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Outside edge, strike called the fastball. Count goes even at 2-2. Joshua Johns steps back in. He's a member of the freshman class. Out of bed, here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Knights evidently going with a pitcher each inning. Knights do have 2 more games this week. Now the set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Shortstop, Mikey Stapleton. Throw across the diamond, get the put out with Caden Keller. So Caden Keller is playing first base for the Knights this game. And Colton Geyer is in right field. So stepping in, we're going to see Titus James once again. Titus James got on base his first time through. Out of set, here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. There's 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning. These folks walking in with covers. It's not that cold. Out of set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, you'll pop it up on the infield. Called for by second baseman, L.J. Whitford, and he'll catch it halfway out on the dirt. On the infield, there's 2 outs. So next batter, going to step in, 2-hitter number 2, Jackson Jones. There's the catching. Jackson Jones, a member of the junior class. Right-handed batter's box. Jackson Jones batting .263 in 8 games, .462 on base percentage. Pitch comes in high for a ball. Hiddle is absolutely bringing the fastball, but his control is not there yet. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here and in, looking at Siegel. She's pitching out of the stretch. Out of set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, back to the screen. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. It's a 2-1 contest. Second game here today. Out of set from Hiddle. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. 1-2 count. Step back in. Here and in, looking at Siegel. Chase Hiddle. Out of set position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, he'll drive 1 foul. Got a lot of it. Goes out of play. Got around on that ball pretty good. And he'll step back in with that same 1-2 count. Right-handed batters. Here and in, looking at Siegel. Chase Hiddle out of the set position. Here comes the 1-2 again. Upstairs, ball 2. 2-2 count. 2-2 count. Jackson Jones. Catcher, 2-hitter. For the Bombers, here comes the pitch. Swing and miss. They're trying to protect the dish. Outside fastball. He waves at it. Comes up empty. He'll go down swinging. And the Knights are out of the inning. So Rensselaer Central come up with no runs in the 3rd. After 2.5, Central Catholic 2. Rensselaer Central 1. And again, we'll mention this game is in part Being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. Lisa now does complimentary staging. Complimentary staging. You can list with Lisa because that complimentary staging means she'll list your home. She'll go inside. She'll clean your home up. She'll get it looking spick and span. She'll go outside and do the same thing. And your home will be ready for open houses. And she'll help you to sell your home. And Lisa will help you sell it much quicker that way. You can contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or text message 317 513 4086. That's 317 513 4086. I tell you what, in between games, I got to speak with one of the players on Rensselaer Central Bombers team. It was number 18, Dyson Henderson. He's taking some warm-up tosses right now as Jackson Jones gets his gear put on. But he's a big guy, Dyson Henderson. Said he plays football, defensive end. And he tells me, I asked him, I said, were you going to college? He said, yeah. I said, where are you going? He said, Indiana State. I said, Indiana State? I went there way back in 85. I said, they put some nice brown brick all around that place now, and it looks nice. And he's going there for aviation. Pretty good guy, indeed. I enjoyed that little conversation. So Jackson Jones got his gear on. He knuckles it up, glove right there with Dyson Henderson. And they're going to throw one down second base. So getting ready for bottom of the third inning, first batter in the lineup to bat for the night. It's going to be number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins, right-handed batter. On deck is Gus Sandberg. Hopkins is a three-hitter. Hopkins in 12 games. He's batting .438. Here comes the first pitch from Martin. Swung on, he'll check swing, going to be caught by the shortstop. Check swing for Isaiah Hopkins. Didn't swing through it, but put the ball way out there by second base, caught by Tyson Cotner. There's one out here in the bottom of the third. So stepping in, Gus Sandberg, DH, where's number 30. First pitch from Brady Martin. Breaking pitch, finishes high, ball one. One ball, no strike. Gus Sandberg, running .250 in 11 games. He's going to take a shot, base hit to left field. One hop into the glove of Avery Cobby. And second pitch, base hit. Lightning shot to left field for Gus Sandberg, a base hit. So tonight's going to step in number 11, the five-hitter, Mikey Stapleton. Stapleton playing shortstop in today's second game. Straightaway stance, right-handed batter, working from the stretch. Now the set. Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball. Going to short hop the glove. Going to get back to the screen. And Gus Sandberg going to end up at second base. So one ball, no strikes. Mikey Stapleton, the batter, was number 11 in 12 games, batting .355. The right-handed batter's box, a .535 on-base percentage. Now the set, Brady Martin checks second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, he'll pop it to right field. Going to back him up, moving to his left. Catch is made by Joshua Johns, tagging up at second base. And coming in, standing up at third base is Gus Sandberg. Sacrifice fly to right field for Mikey Stapleton. There are two outs. So stepping in, number 21, Caden Keller. Caden Keller playing first base in this second game today. Okay, now the stretch, now the set, checks third base. First pitch to Keller. Backdoor curveball, misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Step back in. Now the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball two. Two balls, no strikes to Keller. Two out. Bottom of the third. Knights have a runner at third base. Gus Sandberg. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count. Keller. Brennan Van Kirk is on deck. So steps back in. Left-handed batter. Caden Keller. Out of set. Martin. Here's the pitch. Backdoor curveball. Got the edge. Strike called. Count goes 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Out of set position. Brady Martin. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Keller will go down on strike. So the Knights leave one aboard at third base. They come up with no runs. The bottom of the third inning. After 3 completes. Central Catholic 2. Rensselaer Central 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies. They are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide set-up services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. They'll help you with posters, and oversized printing is also available. If you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone, 317-773-8783. Again, that's 317-773-8783. Or you can contact them by Gmail, Discount Copies 96 at gmail.com. As we listen to a little bit of Jerry Reed, Smokey and the Bandit. That Smokey and the Bandit 1 was the only one that was worth watching. But I tell you what, Jackie Gleason. They said a lot of the lines in that show he came up with as an improv. They weren't scripted, and they kept them because he's just so funny. But I mentioned right now on the pitcher's mound for Central Catholic is number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg right now on the season, he's pitched in 15 innings. He has an ERA of .467. This is appearance number 5. He has faced 61 batters. He's thrown a total of 188 pitches. 2 wins, no losses. He's given up 9 hits, 3 runs. One of those runs were earned. He's walked 3, struck out 8. 3 went down looking, and Gus Sandberg has hit 2 batters along the way. So Rensselaer Central steps in. Top of the 4th inning, first pitch from Sandberg. Swing and a miss. Landon Mush takes a full swing cut at that one. That cut belonged to him. So no balls, 1 strike. He can swing the bat, Cole. You got a big boy there. He can swing the bat. Here comes the pitch from Sandberg. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut. So first baseman in this game started last game's first base, switched around. Looking from the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Landon Mush. Landon Mush, a member of the junior class. He is an infielder and outfielder. He's a utility player. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, swing and a miss. So go down swinging, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So next batter going to step in, number 22, Brady Martin. Brady Martin bats in the 4 spot. He's doing the pitching in this game. Brady Martin, 280 batting average entering today's ball games. 308 on base. First pitch from Sandberg. Pop one up. Might be playable behind home plate, giving it a look and making the catch is Isaiah Hopkins. So there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. And stepping into bat, going to be number 3, the shortstop, Tyson Cotner. Tyson Cotner steps in. Left-handed batter's box. Comes a wind in the pitch. Sandberg swung on, ground ball, first base. Played there by Keller. He'll grab it and step on the base. The Knights are out of the inning. We'll mention Rensselaer Central in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. And then we'll mention going to the bottom of the 4th, it's still a 2-1 ball game. This game is in the balance right here. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. They buy, they sell, they trade, they'll help you finance your quality car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage and one owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County, Indiana locations. They have one dealership in Fishers, located 8599 East 116th Street. You can reach them there by dialing 317-842-2228. They have another location. Their dealership in Noblesville is between Noblesville and Westfield. That's along State Road 32. And we'll mention you can call them there at 317-773-2232. You can visit them online or visit them on site. That's FritzandFishers.com. FRITZ. So the Knights getting ready to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First batter in the lineup in the 4th is going to be number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk, we're mentioning 12 games. This is game 14 in 12 games. 343 and 410 on base percentage. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Brady Martin out of the windup, first pitch. Brennan outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Steps back in. Brennan Van Kirk, senior class member. There comes the windup and the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Going to be fielded by Cotner at shortstop. The throw across the diamond and going to be safe. Brennan Van Kirk does have some wheels. And he'll be safe at first by not much. So an infield hit for Van Kirk here in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in to bat for the Knights, number 19, Colton Geyer. Colton Geyer, freshman athlete, steps in, working from a stretch. Now the set pickoff move. First base, tag applied. Safe at first. Here and in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Brady Martin, batter's box. Colton Geyer, pickoff move again. Tag applied by Landon. So Geyer looking for his first pitch in this at bat. Out of a set position, Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Signals given by Coach Bourdonnais, not many. Out of a set position, Brady Martin. Let's check first base. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Colton Geyer. Couple of signals. Don't know if they meant much. Modest lead at first base for Van Kirk. Here comes the pitch. Inside edge, strike call. Might have been inside half. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Colton Geyer, right-handed batter for the night. Out of set. Here comes a pitch. I think so. From going to be time call. For Colton Geyer, a long time to wait on a pitch. If you wait that long, you hope that the home plate umpire will grant you time. I would keep both hands on the bat, call time verbally, and make it loud enough for him to hear. 2 balls, 1 strike. Out of set position. Martin, wrong set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. In the hole, going to be stopped by Cotner. You're going to make a throw to first. He has a strong arm, but safe at first base is Geyer. And 2 consecutive infield hits for the night. So nobody out. Stepping into bat, Coy Gick. Coy Gick, center fielder. Coy Gick, as of late, coming up with hits. He doubled a couple of games ago. Scored 2 runs, RBIs. He'll step into bat. Center fielder, Coy Gick. Out of set position. Brady Martin checks second base. We'll check it again. Out of set position. Let's see if he's going to make the pitch. But Coy Gick takes his right hand off the bat, calls time. That umpire don't grant time. You've got a hand off the bat. So working from the stretch, now the set position. He'll turn around, look at second, no throw. So Brendan Van Kirk, the runner at second. At first base is Colton Geyer. Nobody out, 2 aboard. He'll square the bunt. Coy Gick could have put a nice bunt down. They're going to go to first. Ball's going to get into shallow foul territory. We picked up there by Joshua Johns. And coming around from second base to score for the Knights, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. So that's going to be a ruling in the book. I think they're putting that. I'm not sure. But anyway, Coy Gick is at second base. Colton Geyer is at third base. Nobody out for the night, stepping into bat. The one hitter for the night, the 3 LJ Whit. Now the set, now the set position. Here comes first pitch to Whitford. Inside and low, ball 1. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Looking at signals. Peering in, looking at signals. Pitcher's mound, Brady Martin, now out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside, going to get by the glove of Jackson Jones. Coming in from third base to score, number 19, Colton Geyer. So Knights have a runner at third base. 1 ball, no strikes. LJ Whitford, the batter for the night. Peering in, looking at signals, out of stretch, Brady Martin. Rensselaer Central Bombers. Out of set position. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch finishes just above the zone. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Whitford in the box. Right-handed batter. Out of set position, Brady Martin. Here comes the 2-0. And he's going to jog down to first base. The plate umpire didn't make a signal to send him down there. But I guess it was hit by, ball 4? Oh, Meyer. Thanks, Cole. So ball 4, that was inside, tight. And Brady Martin going to jog over, have some words with Landon Mush. They're going to check the signal band, the wristband there. Stepping into bat for the night, number 12, Alex Schumer. The runners on the corners for Central Catholic. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Knights have 2 runs in here in the 4th. Out of that, here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finishes above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Isaiah Hopkins on deck for the ninth. Here and in looking at the signal. Now out of that position, Brady Martin. Pitch comes in to Schumer. Strike called. Knee high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So looking at signal, steps back in. L.J. Whitford at first base. Out of stat, here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. And if they go across the fence, they're unretrievable. So that went out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Schumer. Out of set position. Brady Martin. Here comes the pitch, taking off for second base. Is L.J. Whitford. It's going to be a hit in the hole at shortstop. It's actually going to go into third or left field. And coming over to slide in safe at third. It's Coy Dick. So Alex Schumer, I should say it's L.J. Whitford over at third base as a run comes in to score. Timeout on the diamond. Coach Jared Courtney going to go out, have conversation with his infield. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Round Tripper. Round Tripper Academy. Round Tripper Academy is the premier academy for baseball training. It's in Westfield, Indiana. You can reach them on the web at roundtripper.com. The owner is Chris Estep. Chris Estep, he is the coach at University Trailblazers High School. He's the varsity baseball coach. Round Tripper Sports Academy opened its doors in the fall of 1993. The vision was to become the premier facility for baseball training in central Indiana. 30 years and tens of thousands of student athletes later, they have become a mainstay for elite athletes throughout the Midwest in central Indiana. Their mission has been to help every athlete reach his or her fullest potential. And we'll mention you can reach them by phone at 317-896-2900. Again, that's 317-896-2900. And if you need information, just go to info@roundtripper.com. That's info@roundtripper.com. And they're getting warmed up right now. New pitcher in the ball game for Rensselaer Central. In some warm-up tosses right now. Here's number 4. He is a multi-talented player. He came off the bench to pinch run in game 1. Then he got in the game. And he started this game at third base. And Coach Jared Courtney going to put him on the pitcher's rubber here in the bottom of the 4th. So, in some final warm-up tosses right there. Knights have some bullpen activity. They do have Charlie Baps, left-handed pitcher, warming up down there. And stepping in to aboard for the Knights is number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Runners at second and third base for the Knights. So L.J. Whitford is at third base and Alex Schumer at second base. Out of set position, Logan Beaver. Here comes the pitch. Just above the zone, ball 1. So Logan Beaver wears number 4, right-handed pitcher. Here and then looking at signals, out of stretch. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Short hops the glove. Good block by Jackson Jones. Logan Beaver, he's got 1 inning under his belt this season. He's faced 12 batters. He's thrown 33 pitches. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked 5, and he struck out 1. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Working from a stretch. Logan Beaver for the Bombers out of set position. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed. Strike called. Count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Isaiah Hopkins. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Knights have 3 runs in here in the 4th. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Logan Beaver. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. They'll field it across the diamond. They'll get the put out at first base. They'll allow the 1 run to come in. L.J. Whitford scores the run. So Isaiah Hopkins is thrown out at first base, 6-3, and they move the runner. Alex Schumer is at third base. 1 runner aboard. Stepping back in, 4-hitter, number 30, Gus Sandberg. Out of set. Logan Beaver, here's the pitch. Strike called, outside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Gus Sandberg, senior class member. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Trying to get a glove on it. Did get a glove on it. Jackson Jones. It's going to be a wild pitch. And coming in to score from third base is Alex Schumer. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty. On deck for the night, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Right-handed batter's box, Gus Stanberg. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, you're going to pop it, foul, it's going to go out of play. Count goes 1-2 to Sandberg. Logan Beavers looking for that strikeout. He has 1 strikeout. That 1 strikeout went down looking. He's allowed 5 hits, 7 runs, 2 were earned. Pitch comes in, foul ball, right side, and in the field of play, but not a chance to get to it. So Sandberg going to stay in the box with that 1-2 count. And it looks like baseballs are scarce here in the ball game. They have to wait for that one. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Sandberg. Out of the stretch, now the set is the pitch. Swung on, going to send it to right field. It's going to bounce in there, a base hit. Played for by Joshua Johns. And Gus Sandberg, another base hit to right field. So next batter going to step in. And Coach Bourdonnais is going to make an adjustment on his lineup card. They're going to send somebody out for Gus. Gus was the pitcher of record the last inning. And I think they're going to maybe send out Charlie Babst to take over the 4 spot. Because I think Charlie's going to pitch. Nope, it's going to be Vince Talenko. Vince Talenko going to be the courtesy runner for the pitcher. So stepping in, Mikey Stapleton. Last time up, got hit by pitch, his very first pitch. Out of set, Logan Beaver, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, nicely placed. 0-1 count to Stapleton. So 0-1 count, there's 1 out. Out of set position, Logan Beaver. Here's the pitch. Outside the ball, is going to get by the glove. Difficult glove to make there. Probably another wild pitch from Logan Beaver and taking second base on the misplayed baseball is number 31, Vince Talenko. The 1 ball, 1 strike. Night still jogging bullpen activity. It is Charlie Babst, number 23. Out of set position, Logan Beaver. Here's the pitch. Inside and tight. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Logan Beaver is not looking at second base the second time. He's got to look at him or they're going to steal off of him. He looks at second there. Here comes the pitch. Outside and low, ball 3. 3-1 count to Stapleton. Outfield playing him straight away. Infield deep on the grass. Middle infielders. Landon Mush up on the lip of the grass. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it to center. Going to back him up. Going to go over his right shoulder and make a good catch. Titus James. They're going to tag up on him, but that was a catch. Titus James, out number 2. Huh? Oh, really? They get by him? I didn't see it very well either. Evidently, the ball got down. So I guess it wasn't caught. Mikey Stapleton is at second base. My optometrist gonna need to be seen. So working out a stretch, now it's set. Knights have runners second and third. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hayden Keller, left-handed batter in the box there. Fouls this one out of play, left side. He's a left-handed batter. So Jeff Sandberg is at third base. Mikey Stapleton with a double is at second base. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes a pitch. Outside, tall, ball 1. 1-1, 1 out. So bottom of the 4th inning. Knights have 5 runs in here in the 4th. It's a 7-1 contest. Out of set position, Logan Beaver. He'll check the bases. Here comes a pitch. Strike called, outside edge. Hayden Keller wasn't happy there with that pitch, but there's been a lot of guys unhappy here tonight and with the pitching. So working from the stretch, out of set. Logan Beaver checks the bases. Here comes the 1-2 to Keller. Pop one. Shortstop giving it a look. And he'll make the catch. They're going to fake a tag from third base. That is Talenko Meyer. Talenko is at third base. He's doing the running for Gus Sandberg. So a catch made right there. It's a good catch by Tyson Cotner. And there are 2 outs. The Knights have runners still at second and third base with 2 outs. Run comes in. 5 runs in now in the 4th for the Knights. Out of set. Brendan Van Kirk, the batter, he's going to take 1 base hit. Seeing eyes on that ball on the ground through first and second base hole. And coming in to score 2 for the Knights. Malenko and Stapleton. So runner at first base, 2 base hit to right, 2 RBI for Brennan Van Kirk. And stepping into bat for the Knights, number 19, Colton Geyer. Geyer started the game in right field. Right-handed batter's box. Working out a stretch. Logan Beaver now the set position. Here comes a pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Charlie Babb still down at the bullpen area. Left-handed hurler. Out of that position, Logan Beaver. Here comes a pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. 2 out. Bottom of the 4th. Knights have 7 runs here in the 4th. Now a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Inside, low. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Geyer. We'll see if Geyer has a green light. Likely he does not. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. Strike right down meridian. Hit the plate well there. Logan Beaver. Count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Geyer knows if Beaver wants to stay in the count, he's getting ready to see a good pitch. Out of set, here's the pitch. Inside and tight, ball 4. So Brendan Van Kirk jogs down to second base. Colton Geyer is at first base. There are 2 out. Knight sent to the plate, number 2, Coy Gick. Coy Gick, the 9-hitter for the Knights. He'll step in. So bullpen activity is over. They're all back in the dugout. L.J. Whitford is on deck for the night. Coy Gick in the batter's box. 2 aboard, first and second. First pitch, swing and a miss. Healthy cut from Coy Gick. My dad always said, first cut belongs to you. And the count 0-1. So working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Got back in. Here and in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Look at second base, out of the stretch. Logan Beaver, check second again. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count, 2 out. 2 on base for the night. First and second. Second the base is Logan Beaver. Out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one over second base. It's going to drop in, a base hit. Rounding third base, scoring from second base is Brennan Van Kirk. So it's going to be a single and an RBI off the bat of Coy Gick. So he drops it in over second baseman out in the grass. No man's land and a base hit for Coy Gick. So runners at first and second base for the Knights. Stepping into bat, number 3, L.J. Whitford. So right-handed batter, working from the stretch, Logan Beaver. Out of set position, check second base. Here's the pitch to Whitford, outside of ball. Short hops the glove, and it might be a wild pitch, a difficult play to make for catcher Jackson Jones. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third base for the Knights. There's 2 outs. We're at the bottom of the 4th inning. Out of the set, Beaver. Here comes the pitch to Whitford. Swung on, back up the middle. Might have been off the glove of Beaver. I'm glad he got a glove on it. So coming in to score 2 runs for the Knights. And L.J. Whitford gets halfway to second base and gets back. So 2 come in to score. Coy Gick and Colton Geyer. And they have 10 runs here in the 4th inning. It's a 12-1 contest. And Coach Bourdonnais summoned a new batter to step in. And it's going to be Chase Ruse. Chase Ruse going to bat here for the night. With 1 runner aboard, it's L.J. Whitford at first base. Chase Ruse steps in. He's played in 8 games, 13 plate appearances, 12 at-bats. He does have 1 hit. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball. Good block by Jackson Jones. Looking second base on the throw, or on the pitch, I should say, is L.J. Whitford. So 1 ball, no strike. Peering in, looking at signal. Out of the stretch. Beaver, here comes the pitch. Swung on, going to go back up the middle. Give me a slow roller across right past the pitcher's rubber. The throw comes over to first base, gets by the glove. Difficult throw to handle. Run comes in to score. L.J. Whitford and Chase Ruse. I don't know if he'll get credit for a hit there. I'll find out tomorrow. So he's at second base now. And getting ready to step in to bat, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Hopkins doing the catching in today's second game. Caught most of the first game. So he'll step in, working from the stretch. Logan Beaver out of the set position. He'll check second base. Here comes a pitch, and it's going to be a hit by pitch. And Isaiah Hopkins, jog down. I know he'd like to bat, but he's not getting a chance. But he's going to go down to first base. Isaiah Hopkins, I have him down for 7 hit by pitches this season. That leads the team. And coming over to first base to run for him again is Colton Minnie. Get timeout on the surface. Coach Courtney going to walk out, talk with his infield. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by the ultimate Kentucky getaway. You can escape to a one-of-a-kind retreat in the heart of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, where rolling hills, world-famous distilleries, and unforgettable memories await. Welcome to your private 6-bedroom estate, set on 7 scenic acres of peaceful countryside. Whether it's a bourbon weekend, family gathering, or a group getaway, there's space and there's something for everyone. No crowds, no stress, just comfort, connection, and the true spirit of Kentucky. For questions or direct bookings, text 317 442 7513. That's 317 442 7513. Stepping into bat number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg batting runners at first and second base. Out of the set. Here comes a pitch from Logan Beaver. Outside low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Gus Sandberg steps back in. It's 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Out of the set, checks second base. Checks it again. Here comes a pitch. Outside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Logan Beaver came on in relief. Started this game at third base. And Logan Beaver doing the pitching. He's a member of the junior class. Out of set, here comes a 2-0 pitch to Sandberg. Swung on, pop it up on the infield. Definitely playable. Landon Mush going to make the catch on the infield grass. And the Knights are retired here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Knights come up with 11 runs in the 4th. And we'll mention at the end of 4 complete, Knights 13, Palmer's 1. And we will mention the IU 7016 Legacy Initiative, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Indiana University's undefeated basketball season. A truly historic moment. Supporting this campaign helps honor a standard of excellence and keeps that proud legacy alive through events, media, and outreach. You can go to the GoFundMe page, IU 76 Legacy Initiative. Just go to gofund.me/B as in Bob, C as in cat, 32, D as in dog, 9, B as in Bob, D as in dog, 8. Again, that's gofund.me/BC 32D 9BD8. That's the 1976 IU men's basketball team. They are still the most recent undefeated national champion in NCAA Division I college basketball. And if you would like to listen to an interview, Kent Benson invited me over to his house back on March the 2nd. He allowed a 22-minute interview, and we can send that to you by text or by email My text, I should say, 317-946-2424. Or you can get a hold of Fred Rogers, an assistant coach in the Knights dugout. And he can also send you that interview. It is nice, and it's quite incredible of the word usage that Kent Benson used in that interview. What a gentleman. So on the pitcher's rubber right now for the Knights, number 23, Charlie Baps, left-handed pitcher. Rensselaer Central batting in the fifth. Pitch comes in, inside and tight. In the batter's box, number 8, Joshua Johns. Pitch comes in. I should say number 9, Hayden Webb. Pitch comes in high. Count goes 1-1. So working from the windup, Charlie Baps. Here's the pitch. Backdoor curveball, going to be ground ball. Shortstop Mikey Stapleton throws it to first. Couldn't get the play. Ball's loose and safe at first base is Caden Webb. The Rensselaer Central have one aboard, nobody out. Next batter going to step in is number 4, Logan Beaver. He is the pitcher of record for the Bombers, right-handed batter. So peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Charlie Baps, the set position. He'll double set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Alex Schumer, he'll take that back. It's Gus Sandberg go 5-4, and they get the out at second. They go back to 3. Safe at first is number 4, Logan Beaver. I should mention Charlie Baps. He's got 3 innings under his belt. This is appearance number 2. Entering this game, he's faced 11 batters through 34 pitches. He's got a 1-0 record. He's allowed 1 hit. He has not allowed a run. He's not walked a batter. Here comes the pitch from Charlie Baps. Swung on, you foul this one straight back. And that'll be retrievable. So the count goes 0-1. For number 5, Avery Cobby, left fielder, batting left. Out of set. Charlie Baps. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball, going to get by the glove. Right there. Cooper Renback. And jogging over to second base is number 4, Logan Beaver. So there's 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, 1 runner aboard at second base for Rensselaer Central. It's Logan Beaver. A 1-1 count to Avery Cobby. Out of set. Charlie Baps checks second base. Here's the pitch. Right down Meridian. About a 2 o'clock arm slot for Charlie Baps. Came right across the plate. Count goes 2-1. So peering in, single. Out of set. Charlie Baps checks second base. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung on, he'll foul this one. Foul territory, playable by Gus Sandberg, and he'll make the play. So there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And Charlie Baps has 1 strikeout, and that strikeout went down looking. About the only thing I see here Charlie Baps has done wrong is he's hit 1 batter. Everything else is A+. So stepping in. Gonna bat Joshua Johns. Out of set position, Charlie Baps. Here's the pitch. Pitch comes in high, ball 1. So Joshua Johns doing the batting. Right-handed batter's box. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball 2. Joshua Johns, a lot of upside in front of him. Just a freshman. Came up from the JV team to play for Coach Courtney. Here comes a pitch. Right across the dish. He'll take a strike. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Steps back in. Right-handed batter facing the lefty. Charlie Baps out of set. Checks second. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Inside and tight there Ball 3. Gonna push him off the plate a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike. Charlie Babst has not given up a walk this season. Here comes a 3-1 pitch from Babst. Just above the zone, ball 4. So Joshua Johns picks up the base on balls. First one issued from Charlie Babst this year. So runners at first and second base. 2 out. Stepping in, Titus James, the center fielder. How it's set for Babst. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul tip. Might have got off the mask of Renback. I think so. Everything's okay. Renback's just fine. So strike 1, a foul tip. So with an 0-1 pitch on the way, Charlie Babst checks second base. They're going to call time. Timeout granted to Titus James. No balls, 1 strike. Stepping back in the rubber, Charlie Babst looking for signals. Cooper Renback, now the set position. Check second base. Here comes the 0-1. Nope, going to be a pirouette. He'll step towards second, not make a throw. So he'll peer back in the rubber. Now the set position for Babst. He'll check second base. Check it again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball. Going to go third base. Picked up by Sandberg. He'll throw across the diamond. And he'll make a good throw to first base, and that's going to complete the second game here tonight. Final score here in Game 2, Central Catholic Knights 13. Rensselaer Central Bombers 1. And we do appreciate you tuning in, and nice to meet you. And then we're going to bow out of here. And first, we're going to mention, we'll talk with Coach Bourdonnais here in just a moment. We'll talk about the ball games coming up on Thursday and Friday. But until then, we do thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned. And no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. We're post game right now. I'm going to talk to Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais, 2 games, and the weather was good.
Yeah, it was a great night to play, especially after last night. Glad we were able to get both of them in tonight, and both of them under 7 innings. So that was good to see.
You got some good pitching in. You got you got to use several pitchers, but not use their arms basically.
Yeah, we got everybody work tonight that we wanted to. Vince did a great job in the first game. Went the distance for us, and then allowed us to give everybody else an inning of work in the second game, which kind of worked out as planned.
You got 2 more games this week. Thursday, you're going to see a good Harrison Raiders team.
Yeah, Harrison's probably the most talented team that we've played up to this point. They have a lot of Division I kids, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great pitchers. So we're gonna be up for the opportunity. It's a great chance for us to go over there and play one of the better teams in the state, and we'll see what we're made of Thursday.
And then Friday, you're going to turn around and have the Rossville Hornets.
Yeah, Rossville got us here last year, and they have pretty much the whole team back. So yeah, we know the end of this week is going to be tough for us, and these games prepare us for the tournament. That's why we play them.